Hey Nadell, did you make any money today?
I did, I did trade horribly though today. That I'm not gonna lie.
You did?
Yes.
What
So
did
like, so for me, it's like, okay, so like price, I don't know, I'm adamant I want 10 points and 10 points. So price actually moved 38 ticks and went back down
Oh,
all,
2 ticks away.
yes,
Oh my gosh.
and went back down all the way
Yeah.
down to hit my stop. I was like, okay, cool. Because I took a sell and
Yeah.
right now the price is going up. So I knew, okay. And then I saw price breaking highs on the 5 minutes. And then
Yeah.
when it gave me a pullback, I entered actually for a buy because I saw it's not going to sell right now. And then I made back the money I lost. But
Oh no. Yeah, I stopped trying to hold for 10 points. Sometimes I feel bad about it, but a lot of times I feel bad about it, but I don't know. It's like, what do you do? Unless you start trailing your stop tighter. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I don't trail my stop so I just like I look at it because I work while I trade.
Oh, okay. So you can't adjust it.
Yeah, I mean I can possibly on another laptop, but I don't train my stuff. I just take my TPs
Yeah.
and my stop loss.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, this is just the first, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my chart. This is just the first office hours meeting. I'm gonna start having these every week. If I can add another one, like if people have a lot of questions, then we can add another one. But especially for people who are in the $27, like the 9 to 5 day trader website, you may not get a chance to ask the questions that you want or share your screen or whatever you want to do in the morning is too short. So that's what these office hours are for. I don't have like a topic or anything, but if you have any questions or any clarification, like now is the time that we can go over anything. So if you can come off mute and say anything you want. You can put it in the chat if you're shy. Does anybody here use TradingView?
I do. That's one of the questions I have to ask you. Did you get how to like?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. And I'm like, all of these times I've been looking for how to get TradingView, the time frames aligned properly.
mm-hmm.
It's nowhere. And I found it. I found it. So hold on. Let me go to tradingview.com. Let me share my screen. If anybody uses TradingView.
Oh, yes. Like, can you like link it with Ninja Trader?
There was somebody else asking too. I think her name was Crystal. Okay, let's go to ES. I don't use TradingView, y'all. So, ooh, I wanna hold on. I wanna unshare so I can just be like, "Paya." Wait a minute. Let me show you. All right. So, if you use TradingView, if you don't have Thinkorswim, or if you're in another time zone, uh, like I think they don't have Thinkorswim in Canada. What can y'all see? Can y'all see my TradingView screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you see here the 2 hour chart. I'm on the 2 hour, and the candle starts at 10 a.m. If you look all the way at the bottom, where it's telling the candle start time, it says 10 a.m. and it's all even 10, 12, 2. But if I go to the 2 hour on Thinkorswim where I chart, it's odd numbers because it starts at 9. It starts at 9, 11, 1. Same deal for the 4 hour, right? 4 hour on TradingView. Basically, any of the even time frames starts at 10, 6, 10, 2. Well, if you need it to line up like we have it lined up, and the reason we have it lined up like this, the reason we use Thinkorswim is because it's a direct exchange. It's like a direct broker exchange. Like TradingView is it's like a platform, a software. They have like all these bells and whistles, right? But Thinkorswim is directly connected to the exchange with Schwab, Fidelity, direct broker exchange, whatever, if you use any of those. So the way that you get it to align, so you see it here now, it starts starting at 6 and then 2, right click on the chart, go to your settings, change your time zone to exchange. And when you change it to exchange, it's now going to align with the exchange. So here we go. We finally got a 9 a.m. 4-hour candle, a 1 p.m. 4-hour candle. Oh my God. And if you go to the 2-hour, it's going to be the same. Same for the 6-hour. Any of the even time frames are now going to be fixed. See, 9 a.m., 2-hour candle, 11 a.m. So that is how you do it.
Thank you so much because I saw your video today and I'm like, what you got that for over?
Exactly. And the 4-hour is what I traded. Like if you had 4-hour, you could have traded it. But yeah, so it's still not working for the 3-hour, like the odd numbers, but that's okay because the 3-hour is like a one off. Most of the time when I use the 3-hour, it's lining up with another time frame anyway. Like the other day, I had like a 3-hour slash 4-hour, that type of thing. So yeah, man, I need to like send an email out saying if you use TradingView, this is what you can do. I think I will. Um, So yeah, this is office hours. This is your time. So if you like Queen, I know you're new, you haven't had your first session yet, so you're probably just like, I'm just looking in to see what's going on. But anybody else who wants to ask,
Yeah.
yeah. Anybody else who wants to ask anything, talk about anything,
Me.
go ahead.
Okay. Well, I know you said you do the platform and then you do the personal. So for Ninja Trader, is your Ninja Trader linked to your Thinkorswim?
No. So like you use TradingView, right? And so you
Mhm.
can link your Ninja Trader to your TradingView.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes. And so honestly, if you're going to keep using TradingView, especially now that you can align these other time frames that we use,
Mm-hmm.
I would just do that. I would just use TradingView, link your Ninja Trader there, and just trade using TradingView, whatever platform you are comfortable with.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Okay,
because
thank
for me, it's not linked to my Thinkorswim. I have my little Ninja Trader order box up, and I just place the orders there. But I'm still watching my Thinkorswim chart.
Okay. And something else I wanted to ask. So remember we have to get the CME that market data subscription and trading view. And we have to get it on Ninja Trader as well. So I'm wondering if when I link my Ninja Trader to my trading view, which one do I have to get? The Ninja Trader or the trading?
So are you using a prop firm or using a live account?
Or I am going to be using a live account.
So if you're using a live account, you should only be paying one subscription.
Mm.
So when you connect it with TradingView, TradingView should be managing your market data, even though
Oh,
it's connected.
okay.
If you're using a prop firm, the prop firm is managing your market data. So either way, you should only be paying for market data one time. Like for me, because I'm only using NinjaTrader, period, even though I'm charting on something else, I have to have a market subscription because it has to be live when I'm or entering and exiting, right? So
Mhm.
pay a separate market subscription to enter and exit. But if you're connected through TradingView, you should only have to pay one time.
Okay.
So
Uh,
piggybacking off of that, I have seen about Top Shelf. I haven't set up an account with them, but if I am going to be using a prop firm, because my Ninja Trader is showing still delayed because I don't have like an active account right now. So once I open up with Top Step, would that make my stuff not delayed?
Yeah. Yeah. So Top Step, you're not going to have to pay a separate market data subscription with your prop firm. So let's say you open your account with Top Step, you're going to pay, if you get the smallest one, right, you're going to pay $49. And that $49, they're going to you're then going to have to go through like setting up an account here, setting up an account there. They're going to give you like some account credentials, and you're going
Mhm.
to have to open up, you're going to have to download the two apps that you need if you're going to use NinjaTrader. So they have like a pass through with the NinjaTrader connection called Rhythmic. So if you're with
Mhm.
TopStep and you're using NinjaTrader, you have to pass through with the Rhythmic, and they'll give you like the credentials for that. And essentially, that Rhythmic is what is going to be your market data.
Okay.
So when you go into NinjaTrader, it's going to ask you to create a new connection, and that connection is going to be your Rhythmic thing that TopStep gave you.
Okay. Because I did see like one of your TikToks, you said you were trying a different prop firm, but
Yeah.
is that still a good one or?
Yeah, I mean, so far so good. It's called Take Profit Trader. They're a little bit more simple. With the Take Profit Trader, I didn't choose because that rhythmic connection thing, the rhythmic
Mhm.
connection is popular for to connect your prop firm accounts to your brokers. So this time though, I used a different one. It's called like a CMG connection, and that one you only need a username and password. It was
Okay.
much, much easier. So that's what I did with Take Profit Trader. Are you still trying to choose who you want?
Yeah, I'm pretty new, so I'm trying to get like the platforms and stuff set up, and I'm still trying to learn about setting up like the charting with the supply and demand and all that, because I'm also in Octavius, but you're explaining it a little bit, easier for me to understand a little bit. So,
Okay, yeah, I'm really like super geared to beginners. That's why I tell people like once you graduate from me, like go to Octavia.
yeah, I guess I got ahead of myself. So,
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you'll pick it up with practice though. Like the people that I have in my one-on-ones, like day one when we're on the chart, they're like, oh my goodness. But by the time they come like for their third session, they're like,
mm.
oh, I got this level. Is this right? And I'm like, yeah, like go ahead with your bad self. Like you'll get
Okay, so is that
practice.
the 127 one that you have with the one-on-ones and the Facebook group and all that? Or what
Oh
one?
yeah, and you know what? I need to take the Facebook group off. I don't have a Facebook group because I changed it. It was gonna be like group
Mm-hmm.
coaching. But people were on such different levels. I had one cohort of group coaching, and it was only 5 people, and the people were on such different levels that like I was like, we're moving everybody to one-on-one.
Okay,
So
'cause I was
so
looking
yeah,
into
now it's
probably
literally
signing up
just
for that.
one-on-one, like
Okay, I might sign up for that, but I'll let somebody else talk. I think it was a question in the chat.
oh, okay, yeah. So I would suggest though, before moving on to the next one, because that's we're gonna go on the chart for that one. Before moving on to that one, I would suggest if you do want to do a prop firm, I like Take Profit Trader a little bit better, only because they allow you to now the fees are a little bit higher. Like you can get like Top Step, you can get one for $49 an account. And if you blow it, meaning go below your limit, below your loss limit, it's only $49 to reset it. So I think that's almost a little bit detrimental because you just feel like, oh, let me just shoot this $50 over here and I can start all over. With Take Profit Trader, the fees are a little bit higher. It's $100. If you get the it's like all these discount codes that you have. So like to start, it's like $117 if you use the discount code that they have on their site. And then if you have to reset it, I think it's like $100 to reset it. But once you pass the account, you can take like daily payouts. So I feel like they just have, and their loss limits are more lenient. So I feel like I'm liking Take Profit Trader a lot better than Top Step. So just something to think about. It's more of an investment up front. But if you don't, and this is a mistake all traders make, right? We just get so greedy, we get so excited, we start making some money and we try to do too much. If you just take it slow and make sure you're consistent in your like process, then I think Take Profit Trader is the better option. So,
Okay, I'll look into it. Thank you.
yep. Can you show me how to set up your zones and when to enter? Yeah, so let's look at today's trade since it just happened. Wait a minute, stop my share. Let me reshare. Okay, so, and by the way, anybody using Thinkorswim, I don't use this. I use this on the 5 minute. This is the 5 minute. Hold on. Let me show you. I use this on the 5 minute for quick scalps sometimes if there's nothing going on. Like this morning, there was literally nothing going on. I only had one level. And so I'll use this little indicator to it'll pop up little supply and demand zones on the 5 minute to scalp, but it works on other time frames as well. So if anyone is using Thinkorswim, okay, and you want to check your zones to see if you found a supply zone or not, it works on any time frame. So if you look here, you see how it's well, let me go to like the 2 hour. The only issue is if there's currently a candle, sometimes there's a lag because like all indicators, sometimes there's a lag. But for instance, if you were looking at this on the 2 hour, you see how it marked out this demand? It put the line here where this candle opened and it said the demand and the actual amount. This is a good tool for you guys if you want to check your levels. So if anyone's using Thinkorswim and they want this indicator, because it's not one that's there, I would have to send it to you. Let me know, especially if you're just trying to figure out how to do it. And I went to ChatGPT and I was like, can you turn this indicator into an indicator for TradingView? So if anybody wants the indicator for TradingView, you can have it too. But I don't know, I've said it a couple times, but no one seems to want it. But
You can send it for me.
okay.
You can send it to me too.
Okay, Brian, I'll send it to you too. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I think I'm gonna just okay, Portia, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll send it to those of you on this call, but I'm gonna add it to lesson 2, like the charting page of the can y'all see my screen? You can just see the can you just
Yeah, I can see your screen.
all right, hold on. It's not sharing my whole screen for some reason. Hold on. It's just sharing the Thinkorswim. Okay, so do y'all see the bootcamp lesson 2 page?
Yeah, I can see it.
So like if you come to bootcamp and you go to lesson 2, it's got the main lesson, it's got how to set up your Thinkorswim chart and then how to do your time frames on Thinkorswim and TradingView. I think I'll just add the link down here to the supply. Maybe I'll add the link right here. I'll add the link like in between these two for the supply and demand
I need
indicator.
access to that. I can't get in that.
You can't get into here?
No.
Okay.
I just got the videos in my email.
Oh, you're a one-on-one? Okay. All right. Y'all supposed to have access to this page too. I'll make sure to get you access to this site. You're supposed to have, if you're one-on-one, you have lifetime access here. So,
Okay.
all right, I'll get that. I'll get that for you. Okay, but let's go back and look at how today's trade went for setting up the zones. And okay, so today's trade I found on the 4 hour. I was looking around and remember, supply and demand levels can be found anywhere. So that's why in the mornings, I just literally go through all the different levels to see what's happening. And so there was nothing going on prior to like 9:30. I think I came in at 9:15. I was kind of late. I wasn't on Zoom this morning. I don't Zoom on Wednesdays, but
Then one question. Do you wait for the market to open to trade or sometimes you take it prior?
I usually wait for the market to open to trade. I used to trade even if it was like right before market open, but I stopped doing that because when the market opens, like today, I was looking at a supply level, but then as soon as market opened, it just like shot up and went crazy. So that I just started waiting to see what that initial reaction is going to be. Yeah. So when I got on today, we had this old supply level here that we made from before. I think we might have charted this out a couple days ago. But then in between there was, nothing else was happening. This candle is still forming, right? It's not finished. So we can't chart anything on a forming candle. So I was just going through. I didn't find anything until the 4 hour. Now, the way that I set up my levels, you might say, like, well, we got all these candles. I don't care about anything except for where price is right now. So when it was 9 o'clock in the morning, let me see, where's 9? 5, yeah. So this candle had just gotten started, right? This is the 9 a.m. candle. It's not going to be finished until 1. So this candle had just gotten started forming, right? And it wasn't even up there. It was about right here. It was like halfway through this red candle or something. So the only thing that we had was this small supply zone here. And as you can see, the move wasn't that big. The move down wasn't that big. If you saw my TikTok today, I even said, like, if you look right here, it says 4 hour supply, and I even put beside it like week, right? Because I was like, this candle's really small. The move wasn't that sharp. Now, we continued down after it, right? But this initial move wasn't that sharp. So I saw the level and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. I'm going to see how price reacts when we get there. So the way that I found this level, and if I take this green candle off, right, was simply by, I'll remove this, we'll remake it. The way I found this level was simply by identifying that I had a basing candle, meaning a small candle that got engulfed by the opposite color candle down. That's all I'm looking for. When I'm looking for supply and demand levels, I'm looking for engulfing candles. So like even right here, if I look right here, I have this big green candle going up. The candle body is engulfing the opposite color red candle. That's essentially all I'm looking for. I want the candle to be engulfing, swallowing up, just totally blasting it out the water. Another candle of the opposite color right before it. So here's another example over here. You got this green candle going up, this bull candle, the body, right? So I'm not including this little tail or this little tail right there. The body is engulfing this candle body, just the solid parts. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking for a supply and demand zone. So that's why I said when I came back over here, this is a zone, but it is a very small zone, not a strong move, right? This one right here. You see what I'm looking at, Brian?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So in order to mark this, so after I look at it, even though it's not a very strong move down, remember what I said about market structure, or in lesson 2 about market structure. If you're not sure about it, check your market structure. And sure enough, we had a big rally up. And once it rallied up, it kind of, look at the candle bodies, we just chopped sideways for a little bit. You see? So it kind of fits the rally, base, drop. So we did have a little bit of consolidation here before it dropped. So that's the only other thing that would help it out, is that it had the right market structure. Okay, so in order to mark these levels, we do the same thing every time. You mark the level on the candle before the move. Okay, so on your smaller candle, and you mark it wherever the candle body opened. I always look at the candle details in the top left corner. It says it opened at 56.65.50. Oh, I'm tripping. There we go. 56.65.50. I'm gonna name it. It's a 4-hour supply. And that's it. Now, marking this level just tells me that it's a supply. That means when price gets back up to this level, I want to sell it down again. Supply just means it sold off the first time and I want to sell it off again. For new people, I would suggest maybe you write until you remember the terms, like maybe write what you're supposed to do. Like if it's a demand, you're supposed to buy. If it's a supply, you're supposed to sell. So essentially, the open of this level is just going to tell us the earliest point that we can get in and take the level. That's all it tells us. How soon can we take it? Or what do I do when I get there? Now, the other thing you need after your entry, you need a stop loss and a take profit. So the stop loss is where I draw these rectangles. I draw it from the open of the zone. The end of the zone is going to be at either of these two wicks, whichever one is taller. And that's it. The top of that wick means that if price comes back into the zone, if instead of selling back down like we wanted to, if instead it crashes back through it, that means, you know, it's hit our stop loss, the trade's over, it didn't work.
Right.
So I'm going to extend this out. Usually we want to draw it out a little far because we got to give time. We got to give price time to get back there, right? Okay. So after I drew that out, you know, again, price was somewhere down here. It was like down here. You see, this is 9:30, 9:38. Look, I'm on the 1 minute now. So all I'm doing now is I'm waiting for price to get back up there. That's why supply and demand is so simple. You get your zones, the zones tell you what to do, and you just do it. It's not like a whole lot of extra analysis. It's only two things that I'm analyzing once it gets back up here. So as you can see, price started moving up close to the zone. The one thing I want to see when it gets close to a zone is heavier volume going into the zone. So by heavier volume, I mean big blocky candles like this one right here. Let me make it bigger. So by heavier volume, and this, you guys see, this is my level with the green line, and this is where I do my stop loss. So this big blocky candle, this is another strong candle that pushed right into the zone because before it wicked down, it was just a big green block going straight up, right? So I saw these two and I was like, not only did I see that, but look what happened on these two candles. The volume got like real crazy. The volume was sitting down here, down at this level, and all of a sudden the bars jumped up. So that gave me my indication like, okay, I need to get ready to enter into a sell order. So the other thing that kind of helped me out, I still wasn't fully convinced, right? I wasn't fully convinced because we had this big move up. I was already like in on the level. Usually if it's a solid level, this is all I need. This is all the confirmation I need to enter into a sell order. But because I already thought it was weak, I said, well, let me see how price reacts at this level. So if you ever hear me say that, like in a TikTok or in a lesson video, how price reacts, what I'm looking for is something like this. Does price slice right through it? Or does price respect it? Does it get there and this price is like, oh, wait a minute, I'm having a hard time getting through here. And so that's why I look at the 1 minute now. So as you can see, price went up there. It took about 5 minutes for the move to happen. It tried to go through it again, couldn't go through it. Tried to go through it again, couldn't go through it. And I actually got in on this candle. Once I saw it went up, push back, went up, push back, went up, and push back again, I got in somewhere on this green candle right here. It went up again and finally like made the move. You see all of this, all of these wicks at the top were just indicators that the level was holding up. The level was like, wait a minute, like not this time. As you can see, the next time it went through, it just kind of burst on through there, right? But this time, because it was struggling, it was struggling. We had high volume. I was comfortable going into shorts. And so if you got a better entry up in here, that would have been great, you know, just get you some extra points. But if we're looking at where the actual level was, 56, 65, 50. to where it went down to. At its lowest, it was at 56.4650. So that's 19 points. That's almost 20 points that it went down off of this level, and that's like more than enough. If I had traded that whole way, I would have made $2,000. But I only traded it for like 8 points. So yeah. That's why I say supply and demand is super simple. Like it's not a whole bunch of thought involved. The rules are make your levels. When price gets there, do whatever it says do, buy or sell. That's it. But that's why I like supply and demand, because I started out trading options and people had all these like different things like, oh, if it's doing this, oh, if it's the EMA, oh, if it's this. I don't think about all that anymore. I just trade it. And more often than not, like Nadell can tell you, like more often than not, the levels will do what they're supposed to do.
Yes, they will. And Candice, surprisingly, that was the same move I had though with you, together with you. But I entered late because I was second guessing myself, but I did not
Um,
do it at a 4 hour. I
yeah.
had it at a 12 hour. Because remember the time the candle closes, so I didn't have no supply
Oh,
4 hour. I
yeah.
had it at a 12 hour and it was huge. I was like, oh my God, this is probably going to go more into this one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's just going up, up, up. Well, and if you look, honestly, and the reason why supply and demand is like I think it's very accurate is because it's based on the moves of the bigger market people, like the market movers, like the hedge funds and the Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaways, and all that stuff. And like if you look at this last level that we had, after this level, there was nothing in between here. You know what I mean? We don't have anything going on in between here. And whenever you see something like that, so people were asking, like, how do you do your take profit? Like, where do you decide to take profit? A lot of times you decide to take profit at your next closest supply or demand level, right? Because as you chart, now that this has been hit and it's been used and broken through, I'm going to take this off of my chart. I'm going to remove it. But if you look at this one from a couple of days ago, it hasn't been touched yet. Price rejected from it and it hasn't quite gotten back up there yet. So now that this level is broken, there's nothing in between to kind of like hold it back or stop it. So I know in Octavia's group, the guy Tria, the guy who taught her mentor Tria, he's probably just waiting it out and riding it all the way up because he's like, oh, now that we broke this, like I'm just gonna sit and wait. So yeah, so supply and demand has like a lot of functional uses, even after you learn like these foundations and how to just make a little money off of it, you can like continue your education elsewhere and really take advantage of it if you want. I don't because I like trading in the morning and being done in like 30 minutes, you know? But plus I work. That's why I've called 9 to 5 day trader.
And how you get your volume ball to the bottom?
Do this right here. Go to your settings and on the general tab, press overlap volume.
I see it.
Okay. And let me press apply and see if that worked. After you press overlap volume, you have to press something else though. I'm gonna go tell you what that is. I don't want the volume on that one, so I'm not gonna put it up there. But after you press overlap volume, you got to go to another tab. You got to go to the futures tab,
Uh-huh.
and right here where it says volume, check that box too.
Okay.
Show volume subgraph, and that's going to make it look like this. It's going to make it overlap on the chart.
Is there something like that on TradingView? Like
Yeah.
okay.
Did I take off my trading view? Can you guys see the whole screen or just the Thinkorswim?
Just take a
Thinkorswim.
Okay. if you go to Trading View and type in the indicator section, type in volume. One second, let me pull it up so you can see what it looks like after you add it. Mm, mm, mm. Can y'all see both now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you type in, go to indicators and just type in volume just like that, it's going to be the plain one that's down here. And
Got it. Thank you.
yep, when you click it, it's going to look like this. It's going to give you, it's going to turn the bars yellow and green, but I just look at the size of them and like whether they're going up or down. Like you see this from here to here is going down, then it comes up. That's how I look at that.
Okay, just to kind of backtrack on, you were talking about that indicator that shows if your supply and demand zones worked. I was having issues with my Zoom. I was also needing that sent to me as well, but then I saw that you said that you were going to add it to the lessons, but your lessons look different than what I see on mine. Can you go back to your? Yeah, I don't have that time
This one,
frame. Yeah, I don't see that. Let me see. Because I'm not sure if it's like a difference because I'm on like the $27.
no, it should be the same.
Let me see.
Do I have it? I haven't even looked at these. Do I have a Discord or community chat? No,
Yeah, I
y'all.
don't
You don't
see
see
the.
this one here, lesson two? Does anybody else on here see lesson two other than me?
I see that I have
I
boot
see.
one futures basics, then I see the lesson two supply and demand basics chart on your platform. Three is saying trading your plan, and four is risk management.
You see this page right here?
Let me come back to your screen. Yeah, the beginner boot camp.
So if
Yeah,
you
I
press
have all of them lined up like that. But
go to lesson two,
let's see. All right, I'm clicking on lesson two, supply and demand basics. And then it's just lesson one. Yeah, when I click on it, it's just saying supply and demand basics, how to chart on your platform, and then, just for me to press play on the video.
oh, you don't have this last one, time frames?
No, I don't have that on it all.
What in the world? Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I know Portia says she saw it. I'm gonna have to see. It shouldn't be that's crazy. The videos themselves aren't like I know the pages are locked, but the videos themselves aren't locked. So I don't know why we'll be doing that. I'll go check it out.
Okay. Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, am I in like a different one? Or because,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't have that one. It's just saying, the title at the top, Futurist Beginner Boot,
Mhm.
and then it's just showing the four lessons.
Oh, but you can't get to the actual.
Yeah, I
Like
only
if I
got a
physically click on, the boot camp lesson two, it just opens up and then just shows me the video to press play on it. And at the bottom, I see some comments. Well, one comment, but nothing about the other video that you had up there. Let me see. Yeah, no. Let's see if I can take a screenshot.
Hmm, do not.
And yes, when you're done, when you're done, it's just something I want to
Yeah, go ahead.
ask. Um, okay, so you went to settings, you went to candles, and then you changed the time to exchange. Somehow it still doesn't change on my end though on trading view. Like I still
So
see the candles the same.
when you went to exchange, it didn't change it?
Let me see the settings. No.
What time zone are you?
I am in the New York time zone. I live in the Caribbean.
So I'm trying to think, because when I press New York, this is how it was initially, like on the 10 a.m.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at. So right now I see like it actually moved back an hour for me.
It did? Okay.
Yes, exchange. But I'm looking at so let me just look at the 4 hour candle closes. So I'm seeing the last 4 hour candle close is 5. It closed at.
You should have a 5 and a 9.
Okay, so the 9 is yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I was looking for the supply though. I'm not seeing the supply level. That's what I'm not seeing.
You can share your screen. I'm looking on my thing for at your account, Alicia, while we're doing this. Oh, excuse me. You can share your screen.
I can share my screen. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm on my phone.
Oh no. Okay. Zoom shows all your business. So I don't know. That's up to you if you want to. Do you usually trade on your phone or on your
No, on my laptop. So let me
I'm
Candace,
trying.
but I can pay the 27 to get on the website because I don't even got access to the
No, Brian, don't pay the 27. Hold on.
oh where. My bad.
Yeah, you're one-on-one, so I'm gonna put you on a plan. I'm trying to see what's wrong with Alicia's account right now.
I'm trying to wait to get my last one-on-one, trying to learn some more.
Okay, actually, let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna add you now. Nadell, let me know what you want to do. Or if while she's waiting, anyone else wants to ask any questions. We got about looks like 18 more minutes.
Can you add me to the plan as well?
I'm gonna go through it. What I'm gonna do now, I have to change some of these automations. Like all the one-on-one people, everybody either emails me or like DMs me like, what do I do? I pay. What happens now? Like for some reason, the automated emails are not coming. They're not moving to member space. I don't know what's happening. So I'm gonna go through and add everyone now.
I have a question, and I think I might have heard it kind of being discussed when I came in. I came in a little late. It was about the prop firms.
Mhm.
Um, so I was trying to decide if I want to do Top Step or the one that you just started using.
Hey,
Um,
Copy Trader.
yeah. Which one do you recommend for like, starting out? 'Cause I know Top Step is the most popular one, but
Yeah. Top Step
yeah.
is really popular because it has low entry fees. I think they're the cheapest, even though Apex Trader, I think is what it's called, they have even cheaper fees. Like I think you can get an account for like $18. But people do not recommend Apex because the biggest thing with prop firms is your loss limits. So even with Top Step on a 50K account, there's really no need to get any account bigger than a 50K, even though that's the smallest one. On a 50K account, you have to make $3,000 prior to passing the account, right? But you can only lose a maximum of $1,000 a day and $2,000 overall, right? And if you lose that $2,000 overall, then they close you failure challenge and you have to restart it. So the reason that people use Top Step is just because it's cheap. That $1,000 limit when you're starting off is okay, but once you like kind of know what you're doing, if you trade 2 contracts, you remember each point that you move up or down is worth $50. If you trade 2 contracts, that means 1 point movement, you'll lose $100. Sometimes our stop losses are 10 points, 13 points, you know what I mean? And you can just very quickly hit that loss limit, even if the trade goes your way. So that's why with prop firms, I'm kind of like, I'm moving away from prop firms into my live account because I'm trading like higher contracts. But if you're first starting out, Top Step is okay. I think once you're consistent on Top Step, because you're probably going to, I'm not trying to put it on you. You don't have to do this at all. You don't have to blow an account. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do when we're first starting out. So I'm not trying to put that on you, right? I always say, that happened for you. That's not going to happen to me. But a lot of people do blow an account. So if you're still trying to get your feet wet, Top Step is good because it's cheap. But once you start making money with Top Step, I would suggest moving to Take Profit Trader because you get your money that you make immediately,
Okay.
the same day. So once you get comfortable, once you're making money, once you're managing your risk and all of that, then you can move to Take Profit Trader.
Okay.
Was that talking too much?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Somebody's car alarm is going on. Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't. So yeah.
And Candice, I'll share the screen on my phone.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. 1. Yeah, that's right. You should have a 1, a 5, and then a 9. That's correct. Because you're currently in the new 9 a.m. candle. So that big candle you see is your 9 a.m. candle. And the next one is going to be 1 p.m. or I might say 1300. So that's perfect. Brian, I'm sending you. Brian, I'm about to turn on your plan. You're going to get an email from MemberSpace and it's going to say that you're on a family and friends plan.
Okay.
That's just it's just like free all time since you run the one-on-one. And I'm gonna just go through the one-on-one people and add anyone to the to MemberSpace now. Did you have any other questions on that? Oh. You were looking for where the 4-hour level was. You know why it looks different? Because of the candle colors, I think. No way, that's giving me, hold on, that looks different from mine. See, just when we thought TradingView was gonna act right, it's still looking funny. Hold on. Can you go to the 1 a.m. candle? That 1 a.m. candle was where the yeah, that 1 a.m. candle was the supply candle for me. Yeah, it's still there. It's still, I don't know why TradingView calculates it so, like why it's so funky the way they calculate it. Yeah, it looks like even though we can change the time frame, it's still calculating the open and close differently for some reason. I do not trust TradingView. Can you go to the 2 hour? I want to see if yeah, let me look and see if that one looks the same. Hold on. What candle is that? Right in the middle of your screen, you have like the purple, yeah, that one right there, that supply zone right there. Can you tell me what time that is? $1900. I'm gonna see if I see that on mine. Okay, that one is correct. Yeah, I have that. I have that level on mine. That supply level right there. With the candles 1900, that white candle down. I have that supply candle. So it looks like let me see another one. Let me see if that one is the same. Yeah, and that current one is the same. So like the current candle here, oh wait, I'm on the wrong. Wait a minute. Let me go to the 4 hour. Okay, yeah, but that demand zone that's forming on the 4 hour right now, that will form on the 4 hour because that candle's not coming back down. That demand zone is there also. That one that you have. It's still closed a little funky. It's not exactly the same, but it would give the same open and the same stop loss. It would. We got about 8 more minutes. I need to start working on how I schedule these things. I schedule people back to back for these one-on-ones. So I can't go over 1 o'clock. Do you guys think this was helpful?
Yes, yes, it was. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you to go.
Brian says that because he don't know nobody else that trade. That's why he's he learned real fast in his one-on-ones though, for real.
Well, how do we schedule a one-on-one? Just email you?
I had, like what, like an hour or something?
I mean, sure.
Yes. I was supposed to put an hour plan on the website, but I haven't done it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, but I will.
I get it. I get it.
But I will.
And also, do you want me to just show what I see on my screen as far as why I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
that's fine. You can share it too.
make sure I'm not, overlooking anything.
Portia, is your last name? Yeah, Howard. So Portia, I'm canceling the one that says 1 month free and I'm adding you to the family and friends. That's always free. So
Okay.
you'll probably get like a couple of emails,
Okay.
but that's all that's happening. You still should have full access. Okay, press go to lesson 2, press that button. That one is
So,
so old. It's not even pink anymore.
oh, so do I have the wrong thing or?
No, that is crazy. Click up in your link, like click in your link bar, the URL bar. Let me see
Mhm.
what the
I'm not sure what you is that.
lesson. No, I just wanted to see the end. Lessons
Oh,
one
okay.
slash two. What? No one else sees that? Go to where it says member menu in the bottom.
Mm, okay. This is-
Okay, well, I don't know. Never mind. Can you press your account?
mm,
It's on the member menu still.
okay.
Is all of this stuff? Oh, go to no, it says office hours.
Yeah, everything was updated with your new office hours and everything. Um,
That is crazy. Can you go to full access? That's the right plan. Can you go to lesson 3 and see if that's pink or purple?
okay. This is-
So why is lesson 2 just being crazy? That is so wow. Okay, give me a minute. Let me go up here.
Okay. Can I stop sharing? Do you
Yeah, 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 you can stop.
see something else? Okay.
That is wild. I don't know. Because you're on the actual all I could say before I'll reach out to Wix and see what's going on. But before like clear, do you know how to clear your cache?
Yeah.
Just try to clear your cache for because I just added those like maybe just for the last week. Clear
Mm-hmm.
your cache like for the last week and let me know if it's still doing that.
Okay.
That is so crazy.
Oh, I meant to ask, for the one-on-one, for our one-on-one, are we doing it at the noon or the evening one? I don't know
Oh,
if I,
7:30. I'll send it to you.
okay,
When
all
I send
right.
it, you just have to like click it. I think you have to click and press schedule, but it's for Thursday at 7:30, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I'm glad this was helpful. Let me know if there's anything else. Y'all can request other videos. I'm currently making a video about prop firms. I'm making a video about micros versus minis. Anything else y'all think y'all need? Like another video on charting, some more examples. Just let me know.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I just need to be added to the to get access to the website.
Who's that?
Queen.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'm going down my list now. It was like I think it was like 7 people, so I'm going one by one.
Okay.
And in the meantime, the email that you got, it's a folder that has some videos in it. They're the same videos,
Okay.
but it's just like nicely packaged on the website.
Okay.
All right, y'all. See y'all next week or tomorrow. I'll be charting Thursday and Friday this week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.